Alright guys, bike week is over and it's time to get back to work. So we're going to take a look at the chicken coop, but first let's go in and see how the old EG4 battery bank is holding up. So it's been about 2 months now that we switched over from the old lead acid Trojans, and these are still working fine now, we're just not using them. But we switched over to the EG4, the rack mounted batteries. We got 6 of them in here, 30 kilowatt hours. Got them fused, 2 4-aught cables. Now this system, you really don't have to do anything. I mean, I haven't done anything with it. It's kind of weird. You don't do anything and it just sits there and it's going to power the house for 15-20 years. That just seems kind of odd, but anyway, we're not really digging all the way into it too deep, not utilizing the whole battery bank. Partly because it's 75 degrees this time of year, we're not running heat or air. So that'll change when it heats up. We'll be running 3 air conditioners all day and probably 2 all night off of the bank. Drain it down a little bit and get more out of the system. Right now it's charging to 100% by 11, 12, and then we're just wasting power. So we got a ton of power coming in right now. What is that? 7,000, 8,000 watts. Alright, so while we're in here, I thought I'd just show you something. Now you remember back in 2019, this pantry was stocked to the rafters, jammed full. And then we had the pandemic and prices shot up, and I mean, we just started using these preps, and we don't go to the grocery store that often right now. We haven't for like 3 years, and so things are getting kind of thin because we're burning it up. So you see a lot of holes, empty spaces. Well, we're stocked up on some things. So we still have plenty of stuff here, but you start to see more empty jars, because we're burning it up. There's sugar, salt, stuff from the garden, but look at all the empty jars, so that's because we're using it. This is the freeze-dried section. Chicken, beef. Now I think my freezer's still pretty topped off. Whenever I get deals, like this was on big sale for steaks the other day, and I just load up on them when they're on sale, and I don't buy stuff when it's full price. Like this is all BOGO. It's from the garden. Guys, if you vac seal hamburger and stuff, it'll last for years. No problem. Been making progress on the old coop. Looking good here, right? So I'm almost caught up on videos too. I think I'm only like 1 behind of what I've done here. But what I'm working on now is putting this 2x4 pressure treated bottom plate on all the way around. Yeah, so it's Tapconned in. And this is another thing I'm working on. So if you look at this, we're gonna put that hardware cloth around here. All right, it's going to get stapled all the way around, but up at the top here I need a nailer. And I also need the blocking up here. So what I did is I just got this old, this is repurposed off of an old deck, and it's kind of warped up and stuff, but when you cut it up into these small sections it doesn't really matter. Right? So basically I just had to cut, notch it out and go around the rafters. It's kind of a pain, but that gives me a nice nailer for the hardware cloth, hardware fabric, and it adds the blocking. So 2 birds. I'm almost done. It's got 2 more to do. You can see the end cap here is now coming together. I think I got to do something here to angle this off so they don't roost on that. But in case you're wondering, these 4x4s on each end were in place like that because I was going to do a double door that I could open and have my tractor go in and get the compost out. But now I've kind of decided against that, so I've added this center post. It's repurposed from something. Try and reuse stuff when I can. So that's just going to be screened out now, and there'll be no doors there. That needs to be painted and trimmed out. Then I can screen the whole thing. There'll be a double door here, you know, what do you call it, Dutch door. And the automatic chicken door will go here. I haven't decided which one to get yet. Here's the water. We'll have auto watering bar right there. That's right off of our well. Then over here will be the auto feeder. All right, so got a lot of painting to do, whatnot. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this one up and get back to work. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.